Hi guys, my name's Hillary and I'm here to talk to you today about passive programming. Some of you may wonder what passive programming is, but if you've already watched Danica's video about active programming, you know that it's not an in-person program. So this is generally something that you put up in your community for residents who may not be completely engaged or wanting to come out to programs, whether they be intimidated or your programs might just not fit their schedule or be of interest to them. Another good way to use this program is when you're super busy and you feel like you just don't have enough time to be in your community. It's a way of showing them that you're still around and that you still care about their well-being, and it also targets a select group of people. So the way that I passive program anyways is I come up with some dates in mind or a week in mind where I think that it would be best to run this passive program, whether it be during a time that is really important, like there's a specific need going on in your community, or whether it's just a time that I'm extremely busy and it's easier for me to run a passive program opposed to trying to run an active one. After I have done that, I identify a need in my community. So for the example that I'm going to use today, it will be time management. So now that I've identified that need, I'm going to create something that's visually appealing for my residents, and I'm going to have a bunch of information on how to time manage. So that might be different methods of how to do it. For myself, I am really into calendars and planners. So what I would do next is I would be printing off some calendars for that month that residents have space to write information in, and also a weekly planner, or a sheet that allows residents to write in what they have each day. And then I would provide information according to how they can input information, so not just school stuff, but work or extracurriculars. They can write in when their classes are, when they have laboratories, when they have stuff due, maybe when an important birthday is coming up, or if they are going home, so that they can look in advance and understand what they have to get done so that they're not writing that essay last minute. So the main component of this is to have information that they can take away. It's not something that they need to do, like if they want to come do this at 2 a.m. in the morning, then they have the opportunity to come and do this. So that's like the main thing. But some other examples that are really good are some interest-based programs. So you can start running things in your community like the Challenge of the Week, which I know an RA in my first year did. He made it so there was different challenges, and once you completed them, you came and got candy from your RA. So it's also a good way for us to check up on residents and be seeing their faces weekly, kind of seeing how their week's going. And maybe if you don't see a resident for a couple weeks, then it's a good opportunity to go and like check in and be like, hey, I noticed you haven't done the challenge this week. Like, is everything okay?